Next map. Should probably be temple maxing right now and just doing travel maps. Let's do that. What is causing the orbs to return? It's called Breach Lord's Amalgam. It's a lineage support gem. We need to get limbs. Any idea what you're doing for the economy reset build-wise? No, because the economy reset's supposed to be a massive balance reset. So without seeing the patch notes, you know, I'm gonna be playing. If I had to like force something from like an archetype from this patch, I would be playing like. There is a good chance I play a Culling Strike Witch Hunter build as my league starter, but as to what the main skill is, like I might be waiting to see what martial weapon attacks get buffed to see if like I can implement one of them as my new single target. You don't know what new uniques and weapons or like item types are coming, so it's possible to really know. Because GGG has said, like in the past, that this this little 055 patch is supposed to be specifically for balance. So, just assuming there's a lot of balance changes coming. And I'll probably be playing something based off of balance changes. I also use the same build as you, specifically the version that adds cast on, crit, and combat. I'm in a hardcore private league that's basically solo self-found, so I don't have like spirit to do cast-ons and stuff. I'm like, we're in a private league and it's hardcore, so I'm doing a very budget-friendly setup. Hey, what's up, Celtic? Doing well. Hope you are too, man. Good morning. Hope jewels get nerfed in the coming patch, but their power is because of crafting, so I assume they're going to remove that crafting option for additional prefix-suffix. I mean, the main issue is it's a guaranteed 5 mod. Like, the power of it, like, all they have to do is just change the guaranteed 5th mod. It is so easy to make perfect 5 mod jewels. Like, that's just crazy. I don't think jewel crafting should be completely gutted, but you can very easily make best in slot 4 to 5 mod jewels, and it's just, yeah, it just needs to be slightly tuned down. I don't think it should be gutted. Usually not awake this early, rip. How will you tune it? Well, I'm not like a crafter. I don't know how, like, I'm not the one making my jewels when I do like OP jewel builds. Either buy them off trade or like have someone like full craft them, or almost last one craft them for me. So I don't actually know like the process of why that makes them overpowered. I just know that it is functionally too easy to get 5 mods on a perfect jewel, and they just need to, you know, you should be able to get perfect jewels if there are 3 or 4 mods, but 5 mods is a lot of power for how easy that is. There should be some RNG to getting perfect 5 mods, and they should be like exist in the game, but I don't know who this guy is, but he's messaged me like 3 times today asking for a carry, and I don't understand. I don't do carries, and I'm not going to do campaign carries. Might have to log out. This is bad news bears, boys. That was an insane double mod rare to run into. Fucking sprinting 1,000,000 wolves with double mana drain. Build looks great though. I got really lucky. I got all the pieces for it in this hardcore private league. I am very surprised I am playing this build right now, given that this is, you know, both hardcore and a private league, so like the economy is just very limited. Like I can't even, if I wanted, like it's so limited to the point that I can't even get like battle orbs right now off the crate. Like there's just nothing on the market anymore. So it's at this point it is almost largely solo self-bound. Hey, what's up, Phantom? How you doing? What's this build? I see a bunch of frostbolts. It's a Xeris rule Autobomber. Yeah, this one's really fun. I hate that it bugs out visually every once in a while. You'll sometimes see the frostbolt stop spawning, but shit's still dying. And it's like a visual glitch where like the frostbolt stop like visually appearing. But otherwise, it's really fun. Hey, Mr. Miso, thank you for the raid, brother. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're gonna have a good rest of your night. Oh, you died? No way. There's no way you died. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying 07 because you died. I was about to say, holy shit. I wish he died? Oh, fuck. What do you mean, bro? Why do you wish that? I got insanely lucky. Like 2 days ago, I got Breach Lord's Amalgam, Skin of the Loyal, and Atziri's Rule all within 30 minutes of each other. And apparently these are all the pieces to Lazy Exile's Autobomber. And I had started like leveling a Frostbolt character, not even knowing this was like a crazy Autobomber like base. And eventually, like when I looked at Ninja, I saw 1 billion people were using Breach Lord's Amalgam with Frostbolt with Widowhail Drillneck. And apparently there was a fucking Lazy Exile Autobomber using this exact setup for AFK Simulacrums, and I just happened to like get all the pieces for a really funny Autobomber in hardcore. So I'm playing an Autobomber now, and it is a lot of fun. It just loops. It is so much fun, and it's I don't know how. At some point it glitches like this to where the Frostbolts start visually spawning, but there are still Frostbolts right here. But it's a really fun build. And I just got absurdly lucky getting all of the pieces for it in this fucking private league. But I'm having a blast with it.
That was almost a challenge.
Right now the Frostbolts are still spawning, you just can't see them because bug. Yeah, this is definitely not, like, the best mapper. There's a lot of issues with it, with, like, the Frostbolts, like, being, like, despawning in, like, bad areas and stuff, you know. This is definitely, like, a good AFK Sima bid. Hey, later, Miso. Have a good night, man. Thank you for the raid, bro. Yeah, this drill neck cheese is so crazy. Yeah, when I started this character, when I got Breach Lord's Amalgam, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I want to do a caster build with Breach Lord's Amalgam. And then I got Skin of the Loyal, so I was like, okay, we're going to do it on a Ritualist, so I can get triple rings, the max cold res. But my original plan was to just run around and, like, hard cast Frostbolts into these things. I had no idea there was this Autobomber that Lazy Exile had made. You have a Sacrosanctum for ES recoup? Nope, I'm not doing the AFK Simu setup at all. I'm in a hardcore private league, and I'm playing Skin of the Loyal. I ain't gonna bother with recoup Sacrosanctum. I'm doing my own twist. But yes, I'm aware of Lazy Exile's build that is using Recoup Sacrosanctum. I checked it out yesterday. Hey, what's up, Mr. Murdoch? Yeah, I'm doing Skin of the Loyal. So I got 700 or 500 cold res right now, which in the grand scheme of things, is not a lot when it comes to resistance stacking. Your Culling Strike build is so much fun. It's very, like, unless something crazy comes in the 055 patch that just doesn't work with Culling Strike, I'm probably playing Culling Strike in 055. Because there's going to be, like, I'm expecting, like, some shitty mace skill to get buffed or something, or some shitty spear skill to get buffed that I can, like, use as my single target option. Fuck you, bird. You're not getting me. As you can see, I've gotten the damage a lot better from yesterday's stream, and I still don't even have Rocky Autos. So when I have Rocky Autos, hopefully I don't die before I get Rocky Autos, because I really want to play with this build in Rocky Autos. I think it's going to pump. Most important part of the auto setup is the projectiles don't enter boss. Yes, exactly, Drunk. Well, like, I also, like, I don't know if you've had this issue, Drunk. I didn't watch, like, Lazy Exile's full video. I have my ADHD brain, so it's hard for me to watch videos sometimes, but do you run into the issue where just some maps, for whatever reason, like terrain, whether it's trees or, like, fences, just completely, like, make your Frostbolt stop, like, it just breaks the interaction? Because some maps just, like, completely feel like they don't function well with the build. But yeah, and then also entering boss arenas, having to reset your snapshot always sucks too. I also, like, feel like sometimes my snapshots suck, and I don't know how to fix them without just, like, hard recasting. There's a lot of things about it. Not like Witch Hunter too much. Bulletstorm just slaps. Bulletstorm is very fun. I very much like that build. The only downside with Culling Strike is that Expedition kind of hard counters Culling Strike, but Expedition won't be in every map next patch, so it'll be less bad. Apparently there's an issue with too much prophecy. Okay, so, dude, yesterday I was crashing out at the beginning of my stream because my first day of playing it was the day before yesterday, and when I hit level 65 and I got all the stuff online, everything felt so fucking good. And then, before my stream yesterday, I added a bunch of prod speed stuff, and it kept like, the build just started bricking. And I literally said yesterday on stream, I wonder if the prod speed is what fucked this up. So, maybe I just gotta ditch the whole projectile speed stuff then. Maybe that's what's, and that'll fix, like, all of my friction with this build. Because I was, like, crashing out. I could not, I didn't understand the entire day before. Did you die again? Nope. I still have all of my characters alive that are alive. He's still alive. I got 3 characters in endgame right now. I've got my Culling Strike Dragon Dude. I've got the martial artist that I leveled but I got bored of. And then I've got this guy. I did not rip. We still good. There's a sweet spot with prod speed too much and it breaks it too little and it feels worse. The loop can stop. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna have to mess with that then, because yeah, like, look at my tree. I've got, like, these prod speed nodes here that I added, and I got the projectile speed nodes here. I probably need to ditch these nodes. Let's do that. Let's ditch these nodes for a map, and let's just see how that feels. We'll keep Proj Acceleration 3 in, but we're going to ditch these nodes and see what that does. Now, what do I want to do with these weapon set passives? Do I want to do Quiver Snapshot? Maybe I do Quiver Snapshot. Part of me wants to add Mom, but part of me doesn't want to add Mom since I'm in hardcore. There are times I do have mana issues, but they're very rare. But if I'm hardcore, it might be tankier with Mom. How do I want to proceed? Also, the Colomac rings for this. I mean, I'm in a hardcore private league. There's no way I'm getting good Colomac rings. Just assume that I'm trying to make this build work in solo self-bound, and anything fun and powerful, I'm not going to have access to. It is absurdly lucky that I got this even online. So, the fact that I got a Breachlord's Amalgam, I got a Skin of the Loyal, and at Zuri's Rule all as a self-drop, like, we've gotten lucky enough. So just assume there's not going to be any adding of Aziri's Communions or, you know, split personalities, from nothings, ATDs, like, just assume we ain't adding any of that, because this is, at this point in the private league, a lot of people have quit. Everyone that's left is a juicer, and they all want the same loot, so, you know. How do I want to... What do I want to do with these 3 points? Might just do cast speed for now. Maybe I go for Dependable Ward, I don't know. Or just slap this here for now. Like how I want to use Rapid Shot, but I want to automate the spend of heat so I can spam Rapid Shot. Any ideas? Beg GGG to rework Rapid Shot to how it used to work. I used to play Rapid Shot builds, and I don't anymore for a reason. Your best bet is playing it on a Gemling, but even Gemling doesn't, like... It's alright. The glory days of Rapid Shot are... I think Armor Piercing Rounds is way more fun and on theme. Avoid maps with players have less excess cooldown recovery rate. It's cancer for your build. Good to know. It is... I usually, like... I definitely... Yeah, the prod stream is definitely fucking me. At this point, my chain probably would have broken on this map. Based off of, like, how the last day had gone. Usually I'm recasting the snapshot, like, 2 to 4 times per map. And, yeah, it's still looping. We are still looping. Yeah. Dude, I was like, I swear, if you go watch the beginning of my stream yesterday, my first map, I was crashing out because I had such a smooth experience off the stream until like level 7 or like level 80. And I streamed the build for the first time yesterday. And the first map, like I literally, like I think 10 minutes before I went live, I messed with the tree. And I was like, oh, let's get these prod speed nodes. Let's see how they feel. And then I fucking said, I was like, I wonder if prod speed is what fucked it up. 'Cause that's the only thing I changed. And I never like revisited that thought. Yep, this is so much better. I just hate the visual bug. I wish there was a way to get rid of the visual bug. I think the build looks so cool when there's a million frostbolts just chasing you like these little UFOs. The visual bug, it makes me sad. Because this is a really cool build. When you can see it. Right now, it's like, it looks like the totems are just randomly exploding and killing shit. If someone randomly joins the stream, they're always like, what's happening? And I'm like, there's invisible frostbolts you can't see. And they're like, huh? Oh, we broke there. It's great for visual clarity, which is nice for hardcore. That is true. It does make this a little bit nicer that I'm playing hardcore. You run 0 move speed boots? So, what's funny is I thought about potentially doing that just to get, like, Giga boots for Skin of the Loyal as well, since this is a, you know, like, pseudo-solo self-found private league type thing. I don't know if I could handle 0 move speed, but I imagine it would just let you hold W through the map a lot easier, like more brain off. But I do have a fast build on this hardcore private league, so when I need a fast map, I can just swap builds. Build looking strong. Hey, what's up, Will? Yeah, I'm really happy with the build. It's just like, it's crazy that we got this all set up on the private league. Like, it is so much fun. It's so funny to me. Like, it just feels like the Pee-wee gods wanted me to play this build. I had no idea this was going to be an Autobomber when we started it. It just like, yeah, now we got this fucking silly-ass build online that just does this. In a fucking hardcore. And my damage is getting pretty good right now. I don't even have a level 20 gem that's corrupted to 21. This is only level 19. And I'm still missing Rockiata's Flow. So, like, my damage can get so much better. And my defenses can get better, too. And I'm already at 11,000 energy shield. I've only got 500 cold res. I could get to freaking 1,000 easily. I don't have a Calandra's Touch yet. My cold res ring isn't even that good. I think it's tier, like, yeah, it's tier 3. Like, an average to tier 3, like. And it's not even a Sapphire ring. So, like, this ring could be a lot better, and then it could be Calandra's Touched. And then there's a lot of cold res I can get in other pieces. I got this helmet. This helmet's really nice. It's got a buttload of cold res on it. I got this belt with a decent amount of cold res. Yeah. You don't look like your profile picture? I wish I was a green-haired gnome in real life. Rakiatas isn't even needed. My AFK Barret beats the entire game. Yeah, it's not that it's needed, but like, if I want to start, I'm playing in this hardcore private league, and I'm like super nervous about ripping. So if I like want to start farming 200% deli with like my brain completely off, like Rakiatas would just make it to where, you know, as long as everything in 200% deli is being one shot, I'm happy. Because I want to be able to safely 200% deli with this build. I was able to buy this yesterday. It's not the best because it's got maximum life on it. But the rest of it's decent. And I got an Archmage one. So. I got an Eternal Rage one. I gave that to, like, Shield. He's the guy, he had the Archmage one. I gave him 15 Divines plus the Eternal Rage one. And, now I've got a +3 spell skilled Archmage. The maximum life fracture sucks for this build because I'm playing CI, but... At some point, I want to do some Ride of the Nameless farming on this character, too. So I'm going to want to have, like, yeah, like just good damage to be able to one-shot all the Ride of the Nameless bosses. Because if I'm playing Skin of the Loyal, I will ultimately want a Mage Blood. I'm at the point where this is probably my last character of this hardcore private league. And I'm probably, like, full sending it to, like... Not, like, full sending it to die, but full sending it to, like... This is my last character, I'm gonna try and min-max it, you know? And I'm gonna try and, like, I'm playing this character until it dies or until the 055 private league starts. Not private league, but the patch happens. That's, like, my hopes. I don't want it to die, I want it to get it tanky and geared and, you know, maybe get it to, like, top 25 in the private league in terms of experience. But I have to catch up to my other character and everyone else's other characters since this is brand new. I'm going to need to get a lot of experience. Sometimes I just suck at getting a good snapshot or something, and then it takes a while to get the one shot on a boss. Okay. Double Quicksilver, Granite, Gold, 3 Charm, 50% Mage Blood. Do I stop rolling? I mean, are you going to use it? At this point, there's like no Mage Blood that's like so good that it's worth selling. I hate Float Sam. I don't want to do Float Sam. Can you show your tree? If you look up Lazy Exile's YouTube channel, she has a build guide for this video build. It's her Zeri Rule Autobomber, an AFK Simulacrum build. Still going strong, I see. Yep, so far so good. So far so good. How's it going, last one? You can also look up my ninja, Tim, and find my character profile and look at my character on there. I don't think that's the character I'm playing, but if you just go to my profile, like if you click on that ninja link and then you click my account or whatever. You can find my character. Or just go look up Lazy Exile's build guide for it. Yeah, at some point, so right now I'm just trying to get my defenses a bit better and Rockiata's flow, I think. I do want to get a better drill neck. I do want to get a better Widow Hail. Mine's only 250%. I want to get one that's closer to 300. So there's some stuff we need to do. That's where I'm basically at last one. If I hadn't started this build right here a few days ago, I would have, like, probably just full sent my Witch Hunter until it died. Runes in the bow don't matter, they do matter. I just don't have runes that I want to put in it. I would need, like, a Sequal, Rune of the Skies and shit. I don't have any of those right now. Nothing else really matters, because I'm never in that set. It's just for snapshotting the damage. But no, I don't have any runes that I would want to put in it. That ninja's not right. It's linking to the wrong ninja. Here, let me get the ninja for this character. What's this character name? Call Skin Maxing. I'll pin it in both chats. You weren't running CI, I would say run straight through or on the weapon runes for like 80. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could optimize out of CI right now. It was just the easiest solution I had. Because I would like to not use CI. I would like to be using, you know, in the ideal world, I wouldn't have CI. I would be using a Xeri's Communion for an additional Spirit Gem for Blasphemy or something. But yeah. This looks like the bitter end build from Miso, but automated, kind of, but not really. Yes, though, kind of. It's like same blue visual type skill. But the for the bow, what really matters for it is just snapshotting the damage of the frostbolt or whatever. I'm pretty sure Xeri's Impatient can't go into skills like that. Pretty sure Xeri's Impatient is only for skills the player uses, and the mirror is not a skill the player uses, but I could be wrong. But either way, I don't have it Xeri's Impatient, so... Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Because I remember I tried doing Edziri's and Patience. I think it was in like that Void Bomber Chayula monk I did that had the Void Illusion. And I don't remember it working in that one, realizing, oh, it has to be in something you're hard casting or something. Alright. We're going to swap to my other character. And do this Rakiata's Flow. Yeah, I agree. It would be cool if it went in there, for sure. Do I have tablets in already? These are all Waystone drop chance, correct? Yeah. Okay, get a regex with Waystone drop chance, 100. Oops. I don't have any. And I need to craft more maps soon, but I'm getting pretty low on supplies. Oh, look. Oh, wait, never mind. Dude, I haven't seen a single Untainted Paradise. I thought that was an Untainted because it looked like it was on the sand. I haven't seen a single Untainted. All I'm seeing is these shitty fucking mirror maps. Alright, so let's get ourselves a Rakiata's Flow. Here we go, boys.
Let them know the might of the Karui. I am the true Nakura Makoi. Lend me your strength, Tokuhama.
Roar.
This is not the way.
What?
What? Why do you reject me? All I have done in your honor. So be it. I will save my people myself.
Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. Of course he's doing that attack first. Damn. That's not a Rakiata's Flow. Such is life. Such is life, boys. Okay. Back to the fun build. I mean, both builds are fun. Yeah, it's possible that I am league starting a variation of this build in 055. It won't be Oil Barrage for single target, but you could see me using a Witch Hunter with this staff for my mobility. Hardcore also found no, it's a private league. It's the Timmy's Hardcore private league. It's largely solo self-found. There's not much trading going on, but there is some trading. There's not much trading going on at this point in the league. Okay, so I did the flow. I don't really have a plan from here. I guess we just continue to explore the Atlas and collect temple juice. That's like soda. Don't rip on this map to Munko. Don't rip on this map to Munko. Go, my frost bolts. This build's so fun. I really like it when you can see the frost bolts. I know the visual clarity is nice, especially at hardcore, but it looks so cool when you have these just swarm of frost bolts just flying around you. What is this route of no enemies? This whole section on the map here, not a single enemy. Density? I think not. Of course, I'm like trapped by my own frost walls when I'm fighting the Munko. Hardcore makes me so nervous versus some bosses. I was puckered that entire fight, even though I was relatively safe. It's just the threat of death is always so scary on some bosses, which is why hardcore can be so fun sometimes. Like, it sucks because, like, this is definitely, like, a build I kind of wish I was playing in softcore, because it would be really fun to min-max, but it's also kind of fun that I'm playing this in hardcore, so I don't know. You can never get complacent no matter how good your build is. Exactly. My Witch Hunter has like 130k effective hit pull, and even on him, I'm puckered all the time. This guy's only got like a 36k, so that's why I hate hardcore together. So, what's funny is on the podcast we started a segment called Hot Takes, and a few weeks ago, Rabbit mentioned we're having Blaze. Okay, first of all, this next episode is super fun. We're having 2 guests. Rabbit's out of town, so we're having Alcohol and Blazeworks TV. But Blaze said to Dead Rabbit, I think it was on Blaze's podcast, that he thought that everybody, given enough time or if they gave it a chance, would ultimately like hardcore or solo self-found. I forget the exact quote. But we're going to be discussing that as a hot take on the podcast this next week with him, because I want him to defend that take and I think it's really cool. I think it's because it's like, I think it's actually a semi-hot take. But it's definitely not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. And I can get what last one just said. There's a difference between hardcore and hardcore solo self-found. For sure. Especially in the current state of crafting. You know, once we have more league mechanics in the game, that might change over time. I am very much enjoying hardcore, but I am somebody who can play the game a lot. And I've also already put like 5,000 hours into softcore. So I'm just kind of... Like, this is why I say this is my last build, is because while I do enjoy the challenge of this private league, I'm not good enough at navigating solo self-found to really min-max a build, so that's where I'm getting a little bit burnt. And while I'll probably always prefer solo self-found, or trade league, at least for experimentation. But I will be looking forward to the Timmy League every league. And potentially more than the main league start, to be honest. Because the Timmy League, while the community aspect of it hits a little bit different, it's super fun. Timmy League always comes at a great time, it's a good refresher, yeah. Agreed. And yeah, so like, so this build is a build that's existed. It's not something new, right? I don't know if I would have actually tried this build in softcore. What I think would have happened, like, first of all, in this setup, in this setting, the reason why I leveled this build is because I got the items as a drop for myself, and I was like, oh, okay, this would be cool. If I had these items in softcore, I probably would have looked into it and then went, oh, Lazy Exile already did a build on this. I'm going to pass because there's no way I'm making a better version than Lazy. So I probably wouldn't have even played this build in softcore for me personally. So that's where I'm going to be enjoying the hardcore private league type stuff, is the builds that, like, I don't, like, there are going to be builds that I'll never want to play in softcore because other ideas always take priority or stuff like that. But hardcore, especially in the Timmy League, it kind of like, it doesn't force your hand, but it's a bit different, I guess. I don't think I would have ever played this build in software on the main trade league. I think this guy really was a lazier Exile than lazy Exile. Yep. I am pretty lazy. How much energy shield should I have before I go Chaos Inoculation? At the moment in Simi, I'm very new to energy shield builds. I'm probably the wrong, and hardcore, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask that. I would say 6 to 8K, but I don't genuinely know. I have no idea. Probably closer to like 8, hopefully, yeah. I would say, oh, he said 6 to 8 too, yeah, cool. Yeah, that's usually when I swap, because it doesn't feel worth it to give up the life if you don't have a lot more energy shield than that, if that makes sense. What is happening here? I'm doing an Autobomber. What's up, Twice? How you doing, bro? Do you think this tech can work on any other projectiles? I'm for sure. Like, so, if I had known Lazy Exile had already done an AFK version with Frostbolt, when I made this character, I didn't know about the drill neck Autobomber technique. I was planning on just doing this. I was going to run around and hard cast all of my Frostbolts. I was just going to be doing this. That was my plan. If I had known Lazy Exile was doing the Frost Ball version, I might have tried different projectiles, like Spark or something. I don't know if it would have worked, but at this point I was already, like, I'm already locked in on the Frostbolt. I feel like if I would have, like, already had foreseen where this was going, I might have tried different projectiles, but I don't know if any other projectiles would have worked as well. I'm assuming Lazy Exile made, you know, one of the best, most optimal versions. Especially based off how popular I saw it on Poe Ninja. Like, when I went on Poe Ninja, I looked up Frostlord's Breachlord Amalgam at Zeri's Rule, and I was shocked at how many people were playing it. Like, I had no idea of her build somehow. It's funny, because I usually watch all Lazy Exile builds. I somehow missed this one. Probably saw your build, possibly. Because, yeah, I was like, when I got to endgame, I was like, okay, so when I first put in Breachlord's Amalgam, I was like, okay, so what is the best way to scale this? I just wanted to see what support gems people were using. And then I was shocked at, A, how many people were doing the setup, and then everybody was doing Drill Neck Widowhail. I was like, what the hell? And I was sitting there looking at it, and I was like, huh? And then once I realized it was snapshotting, and just, like, getting 100% critical hit chance and stuff, I was like, oh, this is stupid. And yeah, it has gotten progressively more stupid. Just to confirm, you're running Gurglass? Yeah. With Glacier. Yep. Yep. Where do I want to go? Like Spiral Volley or Ice Shot with no projectiles? Well, Breachlord's Amalgam only works in Cold and Lightning skills. So you couldn't do Spiral Volley. And how does mirror work? Is it any's? And mirror is only spell projectiles, so.
Flame fell.
It would have to be something like Spark. I think Spark could be cool. I think Frostbolt makes more sense for hardcore though, since it freezes. I wonder if the drill neck snapshot's gonna get nuked. I hope not. It feels like, as crazy as it sounds, it feels like the drill neck snapshot, like, the bow fucking sucks without it. So it feels like that quiver was almost designed to function in a build like this, so it might be some copium that this doesn't get nuked. It does smell like a fun detected build. But, like, I feel like drill neck's just dog shit otherwise, so it's like, isn't this the way it's supposed to be used? Is drill neck in its series drop? I have no idea. I didn't realize it was in its series drop. Maybe you could do something fun with ball lightning too. No idea. Whenever you have infinite currency at your hand in Trade League, I feel like you can make most concepts work. But not in this league. If you guys saw the jewels I was using right now, you would be embarrassed. What's the totem? It's a series rule. They spawn little mirrors. It's a staff. I mean, bow lightning could be cool, for sure. I just don't have the currency for juiced maps right now. Alright, let me tweak my regex real quick. Might have to start doing some danger maps because I'm out of safe maps. So we're gonna have to do bitch maps. I just have to do bitch maps because I'm out of exalts. Tablets, great. Let's mix it up. I want to do Breach. Let's do a Breach Abyss. Deli, why not? Let's do some fun tablets. Deli. Breach. Abbas. See how this goes. Maybe we rip doing some crazy tablets, but whatevs. We're too powerful to rip, to be honest. We're too powerful. This is a Plus Monster Elemental Res map, by the way. I don't have Rockiata, so I'm doing less damage, yet still doing pretty well here. I wonder if I could handle 200% Delirium. My only reason I don't want to push 200% Delirium right now is two reasons. One, Deli boss spawns are really scary. If you get a bad boss spawn, it's just an instant rip at times. See Mr. Blaze work with Stevie. I guess that's the main reason I don't want to do Deli. I just don't want to get random ripped. But whatever. Maybe we can handle 200% Delirium. It would be fun to do some AFK Simu farming on this character if I could. Everyone always says this is an insane AFK Simu build. So maybe I'd like just do 200% Deli breach farming, just farm a bunch of splinters, and just start doing simulacrums on this character. I just feel like I'm gonna rip at Simu. Maybe I risk it in some 200% Deli. I just like, part of me wants to be a little bit tankier with 200% Deli and Simu farming. I'm only at 11k ES and 500% cold res. Like, part of me just like wants to get a Calandra's touch tune, but I'm also like kind of bored of doing easy content, so it's like, which is why I don't live long in hardcore. I don't care about finding this breach. Oh, yeah. If I said AFK, yeah, definitely not AFK. Definitely not AFK. We would be running around for sure. We would be running around for sure. How many, splinters am I at? I'm almost got enough for a Simu. That sounds like I'm gonna rip. Like, whatever, let's send it. No way I die to a Wisp Rogue Exile. Rogue Exiles are easy. They're never annoying. They're always very chill. Oh, and we're gonna deli it too. Let's go. Yeah, we're dead, boys. I know you guys are used to watching Miso Shiro and his safe, slow play, never risking it. We don't do that here. We play with death. We live on the edge. We're not Misos. We're no cow hairs. We're no cow hair.
Don't give up now.
No loot, bro. Rip. Here we go. We need a Lichborn? Oh, we got a Lichborn. Give me that Rite of the Nameless. I need a Heart of the Well, too. Ooh. I love Abyss. I love Abyss. Why won't it let me consume this guy? There we go. It said extra energy shield, but it didn't give it to me. Okay. I guess I didn't consume the right guy. Or I cycled past him on accident. It said there was 2 more Rogue Exiles, right? Or no, we only got... That was the only one? I thought it said extras. I guess not. Well, that was probably an easier map than I thought. It made it seem like... I guess I misread it. It made it seem like there was going to be like a bunch of Rogue Exiles all being whisked. That ain't happening. Man, maybe I can handle 200% Delirium. The only thing that would get me is a boss. I know this isn't even comparable to 200% Delirium in terms of defenses, but this is like pretty cake. And because we reduced the projectile speed, I'm so glad you guys showed up drunk and all the people who were helping or giving like the feedback. Reducing the projectile speed was everything I needed to do. I should have trusted my instinct. Oh, there is more Wisp here. Or more Rogue Exiles. I should have trusted my instincts yesterday when I said that fucking shit about the prod speed. It was the only thing I had changed, and the build felt really weird afterwards. Just very inconsistent. And now, it still does break sometimes, but I assume that's like a movement speed thing. It's way, way more consistent now. I was like having to recast it all the time. Yeah, I just don't like, whenever I get the stream online, I don't know why, I get really, like, whenever I'm live, my brain tells me I should only be playing the game and being entertaining. I shouldn't be doing build tinkering, I shouldn't be doing, like, I don't know why I'm like that. But anytime I'm live, I feel like I just need to be doing maps and killing stuff. Because that's what people want to see. They want to see people killing stuff. So I hate being, like, build doctor, hideout warrior when I'm streaming. I just want to like churn through maps. A lot of time when I'm streaming and people are just throwing stuff at me, it's not that I don't want to listen to it, it's just like I've just got this fucking hang up in my head where it's just like I don't want to be hard stuck in my hideout.
I've been itching for a good hunt. Feisty owl.
Dude, my damage is crazy. I wish I knew which mobs I have from this rare. Yeah, I know, crazy. That's why, like, I say it's a weird hang-up in my head, because Rabbit will literally sit in his hideout for 17 hours straight. And he'll be at the top of Twitch doing it. I don't know if I've ever seen... Ah, damn. We got double prefix, not triple. Do I have any Abyssal Echoes? I don't think I have any. We'll ID this later, because I don't have a Heart of the Well for this build right now. We did get an Omen of Light, which is nice. How much of an Omen's of Light going for, if any of them are being bought? Omen of Light. 7 Divines. I do kind of want to potentially... Like, the crit damage bonus isn't awful, but it's only a tier 4. I do kind of want to try fixing the prefix on this desecration, so I might just save the Omen of Light. I think we'll save it. Nothing important revealed. I kind of want to fuck with 200% deli right now. Quick. Change that to another Abyss, I guess. All right, 78% Delirium. We'll see if we did. Oh, this build's so good. It's crazy that with Delirium and increased monster resistance on the Waystone, and it's still doing this much damage. I don't even have like a max level Frostbolt. I'm only using a level 19 gem, and it's corrupted to 5 socket. It's not corrupted +1, so... there. Oh, this build's so much fun. Oh, I'm so glad we reduced the projectile speed. It's performing so much smoother in maps. I was like starting to get miserable in mapping, but now it's so much better. And especially if I like potentially reduce my movement speed to get more defenses, I could push this pretty high, hopefully. I'm already feeling really tanky, and our damage will only get better. Just hope we don't rip. And I definitely want a mage blood for the build, so at some point I'm going to be doing a lot of ritual. If I can get a mage blood for the skin of the nameless, oh my god, it's going to be so nice. Skin of the nameless? Skin of oil. Making up things. I love it. Go, my bomber of autos. Hey, Drunk, do you use overabundance in a series rule? I didn't like it. I saw some people using overabundance too, but I didn't like it. I felt my totems were despawning too fast. I don't think so. I saw some people using it in their mirror, and I tried it temporarily, and I thought it felt really bad. Yeah, you can link it. I'll look at it after this map. Burrowed idiot sunbot face. What's going on? I hate bugged abysses. You're almost level 92. Nice. Over 100% delirious at the moment. Nice as well. Oh, we got a simulacrum we can do. Nice. Alright, let me look at this build real quick. Oh, you're doing the bloodletting setup. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, this all makes sense. Why aren't you using combs, though? Are you only using ons? Yeah, you do run overabundance too. I didn't like it. Maybe you have more cooldown recovering than me, I'm not sure. Cool. Alright, back to the maps. The fact that my damage is this okay, and where's the simulacrum even at? Where did it spawn? Oh, way the fuck over there. Oh, we got 2 mirrors. We're gonna clear to the mirrors. And then some of the 200% delirium will be on cleansed areas, but not very many cleansed areas. So maybe we'll get a fracture. Blooming Field, Burial Bog, into Riverside. And then we can do a simulacrum. So we're 2 maps away from our simulacrum, boys. And then you guys can watch me die. I think we'll be fine in a simulacrum. As long as I'm not standing still. But I've only done 1 hardcore simulacrum, and it was the quest one, so I might be overestimating the build in its current state. Elemental resistance aura. There's a 3-socket voices in that Simu. Sheesh. What would I even do with those extra jewels? I got such bad jewels in this league right now. I'm about to go farm Sanctum soon. I'm gonna have to go farm Sanctum soon. Oh, my loot brick. Man, I know you guys all feel the same way. Rogue Exiles are the most fun part of this game. They are just peak engaging and fun. Just watching them spam the same skill while you try and burn their life flask down. Is there more fun combat in this game? I don't think so. I don't think so. Rogue Exiles with a Wisp? Yes, those are super scary. Not picking up a tier 4 gold ring. Aware, bro, I need only sapphire rings. I gotta get my cold res high. What's up, Folk? How you doing, bro? Rogue Exiles can do some damage. Specific ones can catch you off guard and choose content, but I agree. They're damage sponges, and they're just annoying right now. If you play a Z DPS build, Rogue Exiles are some of the most miserable thing in the game, because they also do Z DPS. So it's just a fucking battle between sticks. How's the build going? Good. We fixed a lot of the clunkiness from it. The damage is a lot better. I'm at 11, almost 12,000 energy shield right now. I'm pretty confident this is my last build of the 0-5 like main league. So whenever this character dies, I'm probably gonna be taking a break until 0-5-5. So I'm full sending this one. I'm not gonna I'm not trying to suicide it, but like, I am going to be pushing this until it's mid-max. You know, I'm farming 200% Delirium right now to get some currency to buy better gear and shit, so. But yeah, the build feels good. Oh yeah, the fucking crossbow dude that's like, oh, he's like scared and shit. Like, he's the most annoying Rogue Exile because, like, if you have any build where you need to put like something underneath him, he's so impossible to kill. I shot Girlie's annoying too because she's always immunity framing you because she's in the air. That's like another thing, is like some of their skills just like clearly need cooldowns attached to them. I get it in a theme, right? So like the theme of Rogue Exiles is it's supposed to be like you're running into another player, right? So if I'm in a juice map and I run into like Folk's character, like that should be a tough battle, right? So that's the theme they're going for. They want them to be engaging, they want them to be difficult, because if you're fighting an actual other Exile, you know, it'd be like a real PvP battle. Those should be challenging and fun. But in implementation, a lot of them are just need a higher skill set, like they need more skills with cooldowns on them. So they're not spamming the same 3 attacks 50 times, like, and I think the life flask on them is a little too overpowered. Sometimes they are just immortal because of their life flask. Like fighting the Abyss Rogues? I mean, yeah, for sure. Abyss Rogues are fun. Especially getting Heart of the Wells, you know. I'm not saying the Rogue Exiles should be removed from the game, because I do like the concept of them. It's just currently playing against them I mean, it's better that they're, like, difficult than, like, just easy one-shot rares that no one cares about. But right now, depending on which one you get and the state of your build, they can be pretty miserable. Like, there's some builds, like, if you... I'm sure you guys have had, like, average DPS builds. Maybe not some of you, but... If you ever have an average DPS build, sometimes you just skip Rogue Exiles. It's like, it's not worth fighting this guy for 5 minutes. Because he's gonna... You have to outlast his flash charges. And that's where it gets annoying. So maybe, like, they nerf the amount of flash charges that the Rogue Exiles have. I like this map because you can keep the chain going until Pro Belt. Because the most annoying thing about them is, like, there's nothing on the Atlas tree that's like, let's just say you wanted to completely avoid Rogue Exiles, but you have a completely Atlas tree. You know, you're going to be... Oh my god. Hold the phone. I want to run that back. That was crazy. This is 146% Delirious. The map mod has monsters have increased elemental resistance. And he just got fucking popped. That was cool. I don't normally do that much damage. Watch this. Because they're all against the wall, all of them explode and he just gets fucking chunked. Watch this. That was awesome. That's without Rockiatas. Like, I'm in a map that's also nerfing my damage significantly besides not having Rockiatas. Like, that's cool. I did not think my damage would be good enough for Delirium right now. I need to put a jewel in there, I forgot. Might want to do more exposure stuff. Looks actually kind of good. Well, that's the thing, is it's not my build, it's a Lazy Exile build, so that's why it's good. Oh, right, I was doing this. I was like, where had I been putting points? The only thing I'm doing different from Lazy Exile is I'm playing it A in hardcore and B I'm using Skin of the Loyal. But otherwise, it's her tech. I don't really want to do an Abyss well. They were frustrating yesterday, but maybe that was just because of the prod speed. I actually put the Punctured Lung passive for the Rogue Exiles. That's the life one, right? Yeah. I remember using that on my, I was using that on my League starter when I played the Ironbound Warbringer. Because of the fucking shrine bosses. The fucking, I was getting so tired of dying, or fucking hitting map bosses that had the life regen shrine, that I eventually took that. Or did I take something else? No, wait, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. I actually just swapped out of that passive. That's how I stopped dealing with that. I just swapped out of the Atlas node that made them get shrines, because that was just so fucking obnoxious. I like the idea of, like, bosses getting shrine buffs, but they should exclude the fucking, like, the infinite life one from it, because that's just crazy. Only, like, a gazillion DPS builds can handle those. Alright, hell, I remember DM's League starter struggling with them, and he had a fucking monkey build on mine. Yeah, my very first on League Start, I remember my very first Matriarch or Patriarch I did, they got the life regen shrine, and I was blown away. I had to redo the whole the fight. Oh yeah, Abyss wells were so annoying yesterday with the prod speed stuff. I had to like recast constantly. Hope I have to recast now. Oh, by the way, hardcore players. I am playing, for my hardcore Andes, I'm currently playing with Ritual of the Sacrifice. And I've been just, like, yoinking random, rares, mods. What are the mods that I should avoid in hardcore? Besides Shroudwalker. Is there any mod that will, like, fucking potentially, like, randomly kill me or something besides Shroudwalker? Shadewalker, whatever it's called. Yeah, I know Shadewalker already. That's a teleport one, right? Besides Shadewalker, is there anything that would, like, potentially, like, kill me through CI or something weird like that? Gotcha, yeah. I just wanted to... I know there's dangerous ones like those two, but I just wanted to make sure there wasn't, like... I'm always nervous about random interactions in hardcore that's like, oh, you didn't know about this, like, flask that will one-shot you through CI? Which I've seen, like, 10 people die to. So I'm just, like, trying to avoid anything like that. Gotcha, Shiro. Cool. That one's easy to avoid, so... Is this map done? Yeah. Okay. Cool. For some reason, I guess I still have, like, too many burnt-in memories of the old 200% Delirium before they nerfed it. I don't know why I was expecting to, we're not at 200% yet, but I don't know why I was expecting, Deli to be harder for my build. They shouldn't have nerfed it. Feels bad, man. There are a lot of changes that they made in the first week of the patch that I really regret them making, and that's one of them. The other one was the Ride of the Nameless change. I really liked fighting 6 bosses at once. But I get why they changed it. I just wish they allowed an option that let you still doing 6 bosses at once.
Yes?
5 divine. 3 divine per abyssal echo. Yikes. Yeah, running 3 deli tablets is not ideal. Because when you're running 200% deli, what you, like, the ideal thing is doing any other league mechanic on top of that, right? So when you're doing 2% deli, you're going to be using Breach, Abyss, Ritual, anything else besides deli. Sure, you can do, like, the Juice deli Splinter Farms, but, you know, most people are wanting to, like, duo farm Delirium on with something else, and, yeah. You could get it hard, too. It's hard before. Hey, Papa, thanks, Papa Plains. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, brother. Hope you're doing well.
All right, your order is registered.
I hate all of this. Like, obviously the one I would want to take is skill speed, but I'm worried that would skill speed fuck up ice balls? I don't think so, right? This isn't produce projectile speed. It only increases the fact we have cast it, so that could be fine. It should be fine. Won't affect projectile speed. That's just such a bad tier. I don't know if I want to re-roll. Classic. Well, we got some extra cooldown recovery, right? Some extra stun threshold, and some mana and skill speed. I mean, it's not a net loss for the build, but it's definitely not what we wanted at all. Okay. Yeah, the skill speed's only really nice for, like, the hardcore aspect of it, where it just lets me position a little bit faster while casting spells and stuff. It's just like a... It's almost a nothing thing for the build, but... It doesn't hurt. Hey, Mr. Hated Greatness. Thanks for the raid, bro. How are you doing, man? Hope you had a wonderful stream. I think I saw you streaming Marvel Rivals earlier. Hope that went well for you. Then got back on PoE too. Nice, nice. You're not on cooldown yet? I'm getting there. I'm almost to my first break for the league. Did some Bodat kills? Hell yeah. Love me some Bodatch. Good old Bodatch. Riverside or Plantation? Do Plantation. Haven't got any good drops, so I have to keep going. I get it. I get it. I want a mage, but like everyone else? Yeah. I got one in the main league, but I haven't got one in the private league yet. One day. One day. Time to spam Ritual and get a Mage Blood very easy. So, for the entire first month of the league, I did only Ritual with Rite of the Nameless spamming, and I've seen 1 Mage Blood and 0 Headhunters. So, fairly easy is not a word I would use at all. I have probably done more Rite of the Nameless than a large amount of the player base. I did so many. I lived in Ritual for like the first month of the league. And I've seen 1 Mage Blood, so it definitely ain't, you know, something you can just, you know, farm Ritual and hope you get it. Still very fucking rare. And I'm in a hardcore private league, so it's not like I can just... When I was doing that on the trade league, I was just buying Rite of the Namelesses constantly. Or grand projects to get cities faster and stuff. I'm in a hardcore private league, so, like, everything's self-found, so I gotta be doing, you know, King of the Mist, arming splinters, you know. So, in this scenario, it would be even harder to get. But even in the trade league, I only saw the 1. I still haven't seen a Headhunter in this patch from Ritual. This league I got in Hinakora's Lock and Prelude and Headhunter in Tier 4 and T7 Ritual this league? What the fuck? I saw 2 Mage Blood and 3 Headhunters in 100 hours. That is very lucky. That is absurdly lucky in my opinion. In 100 hours? That's crazy. We get it, Uhtred. I was farming for Omen, they just kept popping up every few hours. Yeah, I mean, were you even doing like the extra rerolls with the ritual tablet with 3 additional rerolls stacked with the unique tablet? Like, because I was at one point doing like juice reroll farming, just giga fishing for Mage Blood, and I still only saw the one. If you see one, you've gotten pretty lucky. I did not think 200% Delirium would be this chill. Like I was saying at the start of the stream, I didn't think I'd be able to do it without having Rocky Autos and another few thousand energy shield, but I just have PTSD from the old juice, the 200% Delirium still. Even though it's been so long. I refuse to pay so many divs and tablets. Yeah, it's not worth it. It usually only breaks even. There was just a period of time where I was buying them. Well, I had crafted a few of them too, but. I got another Omen of Light. That's super nice. That's a lot of Divines for this stream today. And I need a lot of Divines. I need to div slam some shit. I need to corrupt some stuff. I do need to do some fucking Ride of the Nameless farming, honestly. I need to get a bunch of Widow Hails, because I need my Widow Hail's only 250%. I need one that's closer to 300%, and I need a better drill mech. I need to get one with like percent increased damage corrupted onto it or something. So like that's part of the reason why I want to farm 10% Delirium, is just so I can get Divine, so I can start div slamming shit. So that's where I'm at with this build. Is A, I want to get my energy shield to closer to 15,000, which I definitely think I can get. I want to get Rocky Autos Flow. My dumbass is probably gonna die soon, though. Planning too far in the future. This build's damage is so good now, my god. The fact that, like, I'm pretty sure this loop I've had going from the start of the map. I was getting so frustrated yesterday once we added the projectile speed. I'm so glad we're back to just permanently looping maps. This is what my experience was when I was telling you guys yesterday how it was just so much more fun my first day playing it in maps, and I was just confused as to why it was, like, bricking so much. This was like what every map was for me when I first got to endgame. Was just casting once and being able to just walk through it. I don't need a Blazing Flux, I need Chilling Fluxes. Alright, we're gonna have to recast here. That combo keeps breaking on this fight, though. No, my loot broke. Wait, no, it didn't. We're good. Die. All right, boys. I think it's Simulacrum time. I don't know if we're going to do a hard Simu. I forget. I've only done, like, of all of the farms, Simulacrum's the one I've probably done the least. I've maybe done like 30 to 50 of them. I don't know how people in hardcore do it. Do you guys just never click any of the extra modifiers? I'm assuming you guys never click bosses because of fucking Geonor. I'm guessing like a hardcore player never clicks bosses because of Geonor. YOLO, boys. Might want to ask Ryan about it. Who's Ryan?
He did his best to defend Clairfell. One old fool against all the dangers you brought.
Ryan VC or something along those lines? Is he online right now? I'll just ask him global. Alright, here we go, boys. First Simulacrum on this character. I have done the quest Simulacrum in, on my last character, but I have not done a real Simulacrum or, a Simulacrum on this character, so... We have another Simu. I'm just going to send this one naked. And then I have another one. I have two more I can do. If this one's really easy, maybe we add mods to the next one. Damn, Simu OP as fuck with this build. The hell is this? No wonder this is the goated AFK Simu build. What do you recommend for a league starter this late in the PoE 2 league? I have no idea, dude. You're asking the wrong content creator. I don't do normal league starters. I don't do budget-friendly builds either. You would want something that's essentially like OP and solo self-found, because if you're playing trade league, a lot of builds that might be SSF friendly might have just absurd prices behind it, so it also just depends on what kind of player you are. Like, I could have a fresh account right now, join Trade League, and have like 1,000 divines within 2 days. And play whatever the build I want. So, I mean, that's a tough question to answer. You should just go look at, you know, league start builds and wait till you find one that you vibe with and just send it. I would check out if... I don't know how cheap Dead Rabbit's plants build is at this point. I assume you could get a plants build on very cheap. It is solo self-found viable. So I would check out Dead Rabbit's plant build. I would check out Blazeworks TV's Pin to Win Tactician build. Those are two very powerful and very solo self-found friendly builds that are fun and hardcore viable. I know you're not playing hardcore, but they're like good, well-rounded builds that they've both played in solo self-found. So Dead Rabbit's Abyssal Lich plants build, or his Oracle plants. I think he's got multiple plants build. Blood Mage, I don't know which ones he's updated for the patch. Or Blazeworks TV's Pin to Win grenade build. I really enjoyed Strength Stacker Supporting Fire Tactician this league. I do have multiple Supporting Fire guides on my channel. And that's the build I always recommend to people looking for like a chill, easy to get into build. But the issue that the reason why I didn't say Supporting Fire Tactician, specifically my Supporting Fire Tactician, is minion items at this point in the league. I haven't logged in the Trade League in a hot minute. I have no idea what the state of minion items are. So, like Supporting Fire Tactician is a really fun and good build. I have no idea. It is pseudo solo self-found viable. I'm sure you could get it online for cheap, but I just didn't know what the state of minion stuff is in Trade League right now. And my guide is not written for solo self-found, so... But I have played my Supporting Fire Tactician in solo self-found. It is definitely viable. You just want the cosmetics? I would do Dead Rabbit's plants or Blaze's Pin to Win Tactician. I mean, those are... I'm an off-meta build creator. I make weird builds, so, like... I'm, like, honestly the worst person you could have asked this. Because I really don't know what are, like, fast, solo, self-found viable builds. In the words of Miso, we do weird esoteric builds that not very many people want to play. Or in Miso's case, they're just bad builds. I can't shit talk Miso after my shield charge Chronomancer. That was the worst build that either of us have produced in a long time. So there's not much real shit talk going on here with that shield charge Chronomancer I did. That build was what, a 4-minute Arbiter kill? Campaign Arbiter? Yeah.
He was a fool to put his trust in you.
But if you're a PoE 1 guy, I'm sure you can make any build work in this game at this point. If you're somebody, I think you opened the conversation saying you're someone who makes multiple mirrors in PoE 1, you'll be fine with like pretty much any good meta build. Brashas are good too. Yeah, my builds are always weird builds. Dead Rabbit's plants. If you like caster builds, check it out. And if you like attack-based builds, check out Blaze's build. Go for fun. Alright, boys. It is time.
Kept pushing boundaries with no care for who would be punished. Innocents. You left them to pay for your crimes.
I did what I did to save all of us.
Wow. Maybe I can handle bosses. My DPS is way better than I was expecting. I mean, geez. I really don't need Rockiatas. I want to get it, but... Oh, we just broke the loop there. Gotta be careful. We're safe. Here we go, boys. You are all here for my first voices. For my first voices. Let's go. Man, that's some bullshit. I was told if I streamed today and did a simulacrum, I would get voices. GGG lied to me. How could they do that? How could they do that? Ancient concentrated liquid isolation. Every time I see this, I'm just like, why? Why? Like, I know you can make weird arguments for, I've used it before and it's not that bad, but just like every other defensive body armor in the game is better. So you're literally like, the argument most people would make to use for it is like, you get easy intimidate presence. That's about it. Really not a fan of that item. It seems a bit weird to me. This league I made a fireball Smith a Katava, which was insane, using a Sadist Mercy and Red Blade Banner, so every time I would hit something, I would get 22 times more energy and glory. I got a Sadist Mercy in the Hardcore Private League. I don't know if I still have it in one of my tabs. Right there. I was very, you can see it's in my martial artist build with a question mark. I was very heavily considering doing a Sadist Mercy Vestige of Darkness build. But that's when I got this stuff, and we did this instead. But I was at one point considering doing a Sadist Mercy build in Hardcore. Savannah. Alright, we are officially at 200% deli, by the way. Oh, this build's so fun. I'm so glad we fixed that prog speed shit. The build is just so fun. Whenever you're just auto-bombing it. I need to get a Calandra's touch. I really want to get my energy shield to like 15,000. If I can get my energy shield closer to 15,000, I will be significantly happier. Like, this loop's the same loop I've had going since the start, which is really nice. So well. They need to do the splinter thing that they do with breach splinters to simulacrum splinters. I'm so tired of picking up splinters already. Where are the tinks? Where are all my divine orbs? What music you listen to? It's a lo-fi Path of Exile 2 soundtrack. It's just the PoE 2 music, but a lo-fi remix. That was weird. There was like 8 mirrors in this corner. Oh, and an Abyss boss. I gotta get my This is awful. Well, that sucks. It had to be an Abyss boss. And I panicked when I rolled in to try and get the chain going immediately, and I walled myself in. Like a doofus. Rip that map.
Hey.
At least you're alive, but I deserve to die.
All the best.
Oh, I did a great combo support fire this league. I got one of those grasping. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy defensive techs you can do.
Can I help?
Okay. You just got a blast with this map. Probably should have sent a tier 14. How much is 1x the div in this league? I mean, I'm in a hardcore private league, so there's so few players playing in it that the ratio changes from like 25 div to 100 div depending on who's buying and who's selling. I have no idea what it's like in the main league, but at this point in the private league, they're so, like, they were averaging 25 to 40 for a while. But at this point, I have no idea what they are. I'm guessing in the main league, they're still hundreds. 340 to 1 right now in the main league. That's a lot of exalted orbs.
The Jews remember the worthy. Your death comes by my hand.
Later, boy. That's how that last map should have gone. Alright, another simulacrum, boys. I don't know, I'm pretty scared. I don't want to click bosses.
He did his best to defend Clairefound.
But maybe I'll click some bosses. I just don't want to get one shot by Geonor. I'm gonna get one shot by Geonor. I know it. I'm gonna do one boss.
She lost everything.
And we'll just test the waters with one boss. Hey, what's up, Conley? How you doing, bro? Happy Monday. I shall make them suffer. I shall make them suffer. I just gotta be on my toes. Geonor is really scary. He's got multiple attacks that just fucking slap your cheeks.
You forced him on. He was struck up by cultists the moment he started building.
Boyo, boyo. No, I lost the chain. I might be making this too hard for myself. Is Autobomber difficult to use? So the thing about Autobombers is, by their design and nature, what somebody wants from an Autobomber is the opposite of difficult to use. An Autobomber is designed to be as, like, people who want to play Autobombers usually have no hands. So, like, Autobombers in nature are, like, usually designed just so, like, they can just kind of roll. There is some friction with a lot of Autobombers in PoE too, but in general, the goal of an Autobomber is to just automate gameplay. So they should never be difficult to use. If it's a difficult to use Autobomber, it's a bad build. And there are a lot of bad Autobombers in PoE too. Not because of bad build makers, but because, like, the tools to make those builds good aren't in the game yet. But this is not an Autobomber that is difficult to use. Once you, like, Autobombers are often difficult to understand or set up or understand all the friction points with them. But once you have an understanding of how to play the build, they are often, you know, frictionless. There were definitely moments where I had friction with this build, especially yesterday when I didn't figure out, like, all the intricacies of it. But a well-crafted Autobomber should be just pretty brain off to use. Is it like a no-button setup? I mean, you can see my bars here. You can see my bars. I've got lots of buttons. But an Autobomber, by design, when you have it going, it just automates. It just automates whatever you're doing. And I am automating a bunch of Frostball spawns to get that set up min-max and optimize. You could play this build functionally with one button if you wanted to. You would only ever need to cast Frostbolt. But the rest of the build does help scale it initially. But once you have, like, right now, I don't need to do anything. Right? You see right here, all these popping? That is the Autobomber killing everything around me. Once you have this going, you're just walking around and you don't have to cast anymore. But that's not how it actually plays out. You do want to be doing debuffs on bosses, you want to curse, you want to flame wall, etc. If you had a really big budget, you wouldn't need to do any of those things for sure. But, you know, it is not zero button or no button, but it automates gameplay is what it does. It's hard to see what's happening right now because there's a visual bug with this build. You don't see anything happening right now, but there are loads of frost bombs around me. I am surrounded by frost bombs. It's just a visual glitch with the build. You can't see what's happening, but there's an army of frost bombs around me. Can it do Val Temple easily? I assume. I have not done much Temple with this build. One of the people who have been playing this build most of this patch can tell you. Alright, boys, voices time. 3, 2, 1! That sucks. That sucks. We got Skamaz. We got Skamaz. Yeah, I would say any of the Remnant Autobombers. I've done a few Remnant Autobombers. I did one this patch that was really fun. Chiula can definitely be pure Autobomber, but the closest thing to like true Autobombing in this game right now is definitely Remnant Bombers. There are some like interesting Repulsion Autobombers you can do with Wind Dancer that are okay, but the Remnant Autobombers are probably better on average. I think I have another Simu at this point. I do. I want to do another one. So these maps sucks. I think I don't want to do Asmirian ranges. Yeah, Brutus is decent too. I don't like Brutus Lead Sprinkler, but a lot of people were doing Brutus Lead Sprinkler builds this patch. And they were good Autobombers. I remember Troy Trisco and a few other people had a lot of really cool... I mean, a lot of people were like... I think Brutus Brain Strength Stacker was like one of the more popular builds on League Start. I saw so many people pivoting to Brutus Brain Strength Stackers early on. But this is what the build looks like when it's not visually glitched. There are just constantly frost bombs flying around me. Whenever you see nothing happening, this is what's happening beneath the sheets. See, now the visual bugs happen, so you don't see the frost bombs anymore. They're still there, though. It's super annoying. Rip2, I might check out since I'm using Human Mask. You should check out my, look on my YouTube channel for my Bloom Bombing Abyssal Lich. That was a really fun Remnant build I did with that helmet. Oh, I need to lock in. I literally, my hand was off my mouse. I was scratching my leg. Can't get too yappy when I'm playing hardcore. There are a lot of good and valuable remnant Autobombers out there. It's not like a speculation thing. They are good. But I don't know if you could do, like, fire. I think you have to do the version I did or the Chiula version. Because I'm pretty sure the Chiula version was chaos damage when I did it. I can't remember. I think the one I was doing was physical. I can't remember, though. On my Bristle Lich. Might have been elemental, actually. I think it was elemental damage. I think I just broke my engine, Rip. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Clout's right. They don't. The elemental damage remnants for explosive transmutation, the one that would do fire damage, would be fire infusions or whatever, or I think it's from the human masks. Chiula, when I remember doing it, I'm pretty sure all three were chaos. Our loot broke. If I have to log out, I will. I can't believe I didn't log out there. That could have been a rip for sure. If I got stunned or body blocked at any point during that, and I got hit by everything around me, like if any of those dodge rolls would have failed, that might have been a rip. I don't remember what the Kalguran remnants were. They might have been physical? I can't remember. At one point on my Bloom Bombing Abyssal Lich, I was using every remnant type, but then I optimized just to only using the mask, because the other ones weren't really adding much. And that was like 7 builds ago for me, so I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
Because of your lies, he believed he could protect them. He couldn't even protect himself.
Oh, Geonor. I can't see him. There he is. I'm scared. I might log out. I'm logging out. This is why I said I didn't want to do bosses. This is why I said I didn't want to do bosses. Rockiata's flow. When we have Rockiata's flow, we can handle bosses. Our damage isn't quite there yet. I'm not going back into that. There's no way I can go back into that. Well, it's just crazy that, like, Geonor can even spawn. What someone explained to me was it's all the Act 1 bosses can spawn in there, since it's, like, Act 1 Simulacrum area. So it's, like, inevitable that you're gonna hit Geonor. And he's just the scariest boss, because he's got so many one-shots. And I think I was doing an elemental resistance map there, too, so it was a little bit extra scary. Oh yeah, the worm's annoying too. Alright, let's cleanse the shit. Not full body. What's up, my fellow AFK Sinmu farmer? We're not doing AFK Sinmu, that's for sure. And I don't know if we can call it farming it after that. But we're trying. Once I get a Rockiatas, I think I can go back there. My damage will be more comfy. And when I have 15k ES. Sim will always be kind of scary, though. At some point, I'll stop logging out on this character. I normally don't log out, but I'm wanting to keep playing this build since it's my last build of the league. If it does die, no big deal. You know, we'll just end the journey then. But normally I don't mind dying and losing a character. But since this is the last one, until 055 potentially. I could die to this boss up here though, fucking worm or bird boss, without being able to ramp into him. This one could be dangerous for sure. That's scary, and right here, it's just omniphobia, though. Oh, we didn't lose it. Cool. We lost the loot. Hey, what's up, Sammy? How you doing, bro? The legendary Sammy Caps. Yeah, I'm doing some weird Autobomber in the hardcore private league. We unfortunately don't have, you know, access to the full trade market, so it's not as flashy as it could be, but for being a hardcore private league, I am excited and happy with where this build's at. How much currency is safe for that build? I have no idea. It's been so long since I played the Bloom Bombing Abyssal Lich. When I played it, I spent less than 1,000 divine, I think, on it. You'd have to watch the video guide. I usually talk about the cost of stuff in the guides, but the cost of something is always relative to when you make the video. So whatever the cost was then, you know, potentially add some divines to it. But I can't remember. It's been a hot minute since I played that build. You need to watch the video guide. I churn through builds so fast sometimes that I get what I call build brain soup, and some of them merge together. Is 2K enough, I think? It just, like, because it's an Abyssal Lich build and it requires spirit and minion stuff, I don't know what the state of the economy is like in the softcore league. It's possible that that's more than enough, but it's possible that it's not enough. I can't imagine I spent 2,000 divines on it then. I think it had like 1,000 divines in it tops, but inflation and stuff, it's an Abyssal Lich build, so it needs so much spirit. I have no idea what the state of the market is. I would hope 2,000s is enough for it. I would assume so. If I recall, I don't remember if I was using a Mage Blood in that build. So it also depends on the price of the Mage Blood I had in that build or not. It's been a while since I played it, so I really can't remember what was all in it. Nothing cheap anymore? Yeah. That's why I was really hyped about the hardcore private league for the fresh eco, and why I'm really hyped for the economy 055 thing coming up. Alright, boys, we might die here. 200% delirious bird boss. and I have to restart my entire engine going into the boss room. Right now, my damage is super ramped because I've been chaining it for a lot of the map, but going into the boss room. I have to reset it. All right, here we go, boys. 200% Deli bird boss. Get him before he tornadoes! Get him! This boss is one of the few that just gets me actually puckered the entire time I'm fighting him. He is so scary. I did not finish the Abyss. Oop, I forgot about the Abyss boss. The old pre-nerf version of him? I know. He was so scary before, too. Yeah, when you guys can't see what's happening on the screen, this is the build, by the way. The frostballs are the build. It's just, right now, the frostballs are still active around me. You just can't see them. It's just a really weird visual bug. I like the frostballs, but the visual clarity does help with hardcore, I guess. Oh my god, I hate this rogue Exile. Kill her before she starts leaping in the air. No, don't leap in the air. I don't mind Rat's Cage. Yeah, there's no way I'd be willing to do the old version of the boss with 200% delirium right now, that's for sure. He was rough. Yeah, the Runeseeker Wand stats thing to give you a bunch of strength. Runeseeker Wand's fun whenever you're doing weird, like, scaling stuff like that. Ramiro's, hey? Alright, now we got a cleansed area. Maybe we can hit a fractured orb. Would not mind a fractured orb. Still missing map? No, I've got all. I'm fully done with all of my Atlas Masters. I've got them all up, logged done. I don't know why he still shows up. Forge, Snowfall, Savannah. Let's go do Savannah. I kind of want to do triple Breach right now. I like Breach. I don't know why. I don't mind Abyss, but Abyss gets annoying sometimes with the mobs. But I don't get annoyed with Breach ever. Is PoE2 currently the best ARPG ever made? I mean, to me it is. But that's just, you know, a subjective thing. To me, PoE2 is one of the best games ever made. You can remove the ARPG from it, so, you know, I feel very strongly about it being a amazing game. The fact that it's still in early access blows my mind. But there are some people that don't think about it or look at it through that lens. They're very critical, which is fine. But I think it's the only game I play now. So to me, it's not just the best ARPG, it's the best game out there. But I'm also not an ARPG degenerate, you know. I really only play a PoE 2. I wasn't into Hero Siege, I wasn't super into PoE 1. I used to play Diablo and Diablo 2 and 3 back in the day, but I've never, like, the last 10 to 15 years of my life, I've been very much a casual ARPG player. I've much preferred, like, RTS games, MOBAs, extraction shooter type games, like Dark and Darker. Like, that's what I've been playing mostly the last 15 years. It's mainly PvP type games and stuff, or like MMOs. So my perspective is a little, I haven't played every ARPG. You know, I've never played Last Epoch. I've never played Grim Dawn. So that also comes from a perspective of I haven't played a lot of these ARPGs, you know? But I love this game. It enables my creativity in ways that other games have never done before. And I am a very creative person. I do a lot of, like, I write, I mean, I'm working game development where in the game I'm making, I wrote the lore and story for everything while also just, like, coming up with all the systems and stuff. I love to read. There's no game that I've ever felt that has, like, encouraged creativity before, like Path of Exile 1 and 2 does for me, outside of, like, maybe something like Minecraft. But Minecraft is a very different experience. So, if I had to say which ARPG was the best, it would definitely be PoE 1 or PoE 2, but for me, I don't really enjoy playing PoE 2 as a game. The game of PoE 2, I do not find fun. More like the gameplay, the combat, etc. But the actual systems and, like, the build craft and everything in that game is obviously, you know, far superior than every other game out there. But actually playing the combat in this game just hits different. Have you played D2? Yes, I played a lot of D2. So, for me in high school, every day when we would get home from school, it would be bow runs. It would be bow runs non-stop. I was a big noob at D2. And I really only played it back then. You know, I wasn't, like, playing it or grinding it anytime recently. And I did try Resurrected, but I didn't really enjoy the gameplay of it. I know it's weird to say I enjoy the combat of this game while playing this, like, AFK Autobomber style, but, like, when you're playing, like, a melee build or an attack-based build, like, when you attack in this game, the way the movement speed penalty works in this game, where it slows you down when you use a skill, like, you feel every attack you do in this game. Everything has some weight to it. From, like, maybe just, like, a melee attack build perspective, those are most of the types of builds I play. But even with caster builds, you can feel that weight to the combat that I very much enjoy. I very, very much enjoy. But I've never played Last Epoch. I've never played, like, a lot of ARPGs. I don't consider myself an ARPG degenerate. That's how I pair a PoE 1 and PoE 2. PoE 1 to me feels like a Roblox or a mobile game, nothing heavy or feeling to it. The word I describe is an arcade game. Now, PoE 1 for its time did not feel like an arcade game, but, like, it is very floaty. But I think that's the way, I feel the same way about all, like, D4 feels the exact same way PoE 1 does to me from a gameplay perspective, which is a compliment to GGG that when they made PoE 1, D4's, like, it feels as good as D4's engine, you know? So I feel that about, like, to me, PoE 1 has more weight than Diablo 4. Like, it's crazy how off Diablo 4 felt to me. The play from a combat weight perspective. And that's probably why I've never really gotten into ARPGs. I'm not sure, though. But there's just something about this one that just... It's possible, but like a large amount of it was because I got in on the ground floor when it was easier to understand. So that learning curve was very small in 0.1 for somebody who wasn't a ARPG or a PoE 1 degenerate. I like PoE 2 is chess and D4. And D4 is checkers, yeah. I was very... I mean, I'm about to get baited into another Blizzard rant. The other day I did a 3-hour shit talk rant about Blizzard, but there's just so much about D4 that I don't like. But ignoring the company and like the monetization stuff of it, which I will rant about all day if I start. The limitations they put on buildcraft, it was just, after experiencing, if I played D4 without ever playing D2, or a PoE 2, I would probably love D4. But after experiencing the freedom that PoE 2 offers, a build like this can't exist in Diablo 4, because in Diablo 4 you need a set for every build. So a developer would have had to have created a set that does this, and you would never get a cool build like this in Diablo 4. There's no creativity in that game. It is just on the rails. You play whatever builds that D4 developers have made for you, which is great for a lot of people. On rails is not bad for casuals. D4 is very on rails. But for me, who's somebody just loves the fucking build creativity aspect of it, I could not get into D4's recent expansion. D4 did improve a little, but it has a long way to go, IMO. I am a big Blizzard and D4 hater, but I would never say Diablo 4 is a bad game. It's just very clearly not for me. I'll say Blizzard and as a company is a bad company, but Diablo 4 is very clearly a good game. It can't be as popular as it is without that. All right, hold on, I gotta lock in. Uh-oh. This fight's always scary for energy shield builds. Can't wait till I have that Rakiatas. DPS will be so much better versus these juice deli bosses. Whew. I think D4 is, like, not a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just very clearly not made for ARPG degenerates. It is made for the casual Blizzard gamer audience. Exactly, Clout. Like, I genuinely, like, the people that make... I mean, there's a lot that's gone wrong with that company. Like, you can't go through that much game director churning. They've gone through like 3 or 4 game directors. Like, that is so difficult to manage a project of that scale when there's somebody always with a brand new vision for the game. It's, like, the fact that it's even standing at all is kind of impressive. I just never want to give Blizzard Kraut a credit because, you know, they're the worst. but like I cannot imagine working on a project that went through 4 game directors. Like, and just think of all the other employee churn that they've gone through. Like, the overturn on employee rate is really high at Blizzard over the last development of the game. So, but it's definitely not made for a PoE 2 or PoE 1 audience. Oh, I lost my engine there. I didn't realize. This map had plus monster elemental resistance, and I am feeling it. I did not think I'd be doing 200% delirium today. Oh, we lost our engine. We might be dead here. I am crazy for not logging out there. What am I doing? I was praying the frost bolts would save me, and they did. It's inevitable. It's inevitable we're ripping with how I'm playing. But we charge face first into death. We'll meet death with a smile. Or hopefully we just don't die. Fortress keeps breaking my, there's something about this map that's breaking my loot. Not today, exactly. That's not linking to the right build. You have to look at the pins in chat. I have my PoE Ninja pinned in the top of chat, I think. Just look at the pin. Yeah, no problem. I did not lose the Colin Strike Dragon, by the way. I know people keep like wondering why I'm on this character. He's not dead. We just got items for a new build, and I wanted to play it, so we're playing a new build. So that was an easy breach to clear. I'm worried about Bombala. She might be annoying. We got... Oh, we're done with all the breaches on the map. Okay. Alright, Babala time. Mist of salami. There we go. Sometimes it takes a while to get that good snapshot, but when you get it, the DPS spikes. Hey, what's up, Geller? How you doing, man? Happy Monday to you. Ooh, I love confidence. I'm doing good. Autobomber is feeling really good. Chat helped me optimize a bit. You don't use Snake Pit? No, you don't need Snake Pit when you're using a series rule. I'm also playing a Skin of the Loyal build, though. Snake Pit just does not make sense here at all. But I was leveling with Snake Pit. I was leveling this character as a Frostbomb character, and I used Snake Pit while leveling, but once you get it series rule, you don't need Snake Pit. I don't even know if its series rule interacts with Snake Pit, but I'm using Skin of the Loyal, which in a hardcore league, so I'm trying not to die, so I'm using all 3 of my rings for cold resistance right now. If you've never seen Skin of the Loyal before, it increases your armor, EV, and ES based off of overcap resistance. And I've got 500% cold res, which is giving me a fuckload of energy shield. So I'm using 3 rings with cold res on them, or with resistance on them, to get my cold res as high as possible. No, rip. What does slash ladder even do? Oh, shit. I didn't even know that was a thing. Blaze! No! No. Look at Westy West go. What a chat. Can we? Blaze ripped? Yeah, he died. He died. He was 15% away from level 100. Look how close he was. He was 15% away. I thought he was immortal with 20k ES. I'll show it. I'll show his death on screen. On stream. Since some of y'all haven't seen it. Where is Blaze's rip clip? Here it is. Rest in peace to a legend. We have BlazeWorks TV on the podcast this week, by the way. We're going to be talking about his journey. And what he thinks about the level 100 grind. Alright, let me get on stream. Alright, here's how Blaze died. Why is the quality so low? So, as you can see, he's doing a boss in Delirium, and there is a Delirium boss mirror right here that he triggers, and he does not notice it. Right now, he doesn't realize that this... We're going to talk about on the podcast. I'm pretty sure this is what he said. He doesn't realize that this is not this boss right now. He did not realize he spawned the Delirium boss. And the boss he spawned is Quetzal. You can't see him here. It's hard to see. Quetzal is Sun Temple's boss. He's the one, the fire little floaty dude that does Ember Fusillade and will bombard you with Ember Fusillade. So watch what happens to him. He doesn't realize the boss is there. He stops moving for 1 second and got killed by the Ember Fusillade. There I am. I was so sad. I was so sad. But yep, he spawned a Delirium boss, and he just didn't realize it, unfortunately, and what's crazy is he's constantly moving around and would have been fine, but he just, for whatever reason, stopped moving right when the attack goes off. It's just the most unfortunate timings of many things at once. Look, he just happened to randomly stop moving as the skill was going off. Like, that could have been any other boss in the game doing any other attack, or it could have been that boss doing any of his other attacks, and he would have survived here. It was just... And if he didn't stop moving, he would have survived. It was just literally a freak combinations of things. Like, obviously, I think he said it himself, it's like it's a skill issue, but this is like, you know, this is just so... You know, he just didn't register. Like, if you look at it from this perspective, the boss starts spawning, and then you see the life pool show up. So I'm guessing Blaze was just kind of pseudo on autopilot, saw the health bar with the boss, and was just like, oh, okay, I'm already DPSing this boss. I'm gonna ask him about it on the podcast. I hope he dives into his, like, what happened here, but it's just really... It's just like, I don't even want to say it was a skill issue type thing. Like, yes, maybe if he wasn't listening to music or something, he would have heard Quetzal say something, but it sucks, man. That's just a shit way to die after that much time. 23k ES gone in a nanosecond. Look how fast he dies. I'm gonna put on 25% speed. Look how fast he dies. This is at 0.25 speed. Brother. 23k ES. Gone in a fucking second. Man. That sucks, man. I feel so bad for him. He was working so hard. Delirium bosses cause so many rips. There are so many bosses that can just spawn and do, like, if you get the Bog Witch with her firewall, you instantly are dead. Like, you're just cooked. I've got like 3, I opened all 3 of those strong boxes there. I'm stupid.
Wait.
YOLO swaggins. What was that? My engine broke. I really want Rocky Auto slower before. I feel like my DPS is just a little too... It's not like I can do this clearly, but my DPS is a little too low to justify 200% Delirium right now. I need to get Rocky Autos, I think. We really need Rocky Autos. I got blasted there. Sheesh. This boss will be scary. I'm gonna lose the whole ramp going into her. Oh, we're not the boss yet. Octafocta! Yeah, she's the worst. If you hear that noise in Delirium, you log out immediately. Or you're gonna get flame walled. She might not even say Octafocta when she spawns, though. By the way, I can't say much, but I do want to tease something really exciting. Me, Miso Shiro, Dead Rabbit, and Talkative Try got some really exciting news in for recently regarding Exile that I'm excited to eventually get to announce on the podcast, but we found out yesterday that something cool's happening. We're hoping to do a group podcast with Try soon. We might be going on Try's Still Sane podcast, the entire Path to Exile boys. Might be going on to Try's podcast instead of him coming on to ours like he always does. Usually one of us goes on to his or he comes on to ours, but he might be doing a group Still Sane podcast with me, Miso, and Rabbit. And hopefully we can announce it then. Sorry I can't say more, and I probably shouldn't have teased you guys, but I'm very excited about it, and I found out like 2 minutes before I went to bed last night, and I couldn't sleep for like 3 hours after it. Stream clients officially? What's up, Dujor? Brother, if I was on the stream client, I would have so many mirrors. I would be abusing the fuck out of that. I would not be an ethical streamer if I had streamer client. You would see me turning those knobs up to 11. Didn't you drop like 3 build-specific uniques in 30 minutes? Well, I wouldn't say Skin of the Loyal is build-specific, but if you count that as the trio of items I got within 30 minutes, yeah, that was pretty streamer client. You're right. That happened off-stream, though, funny enough. But yeah, that was pretty crazy luck to get those 3 items in 30 minutes. Which one is Snowfall? Is Snowfall the Yeti map? Or is that Ice Cave? Is Snowfall the one that has the lightning version of the fire boss from Act 3? Is that one Snowfall? It's the one that's outside on the mountaintop that's got the 2 lanes that leads to the lightning construct. I think that one's Snowfall. Dude, it's crazy how rare fracture orbs are. I feel like every fracture orb I've got in this league, except for early on when it was bugged, has been from the Immured Fury. I don't think I've ever gotten a... I don't think in this league I've gotten a raw fucking fracture orb drop from just a random fracture mob. Mine some diamonds off stream. Oh, this map's Snowfall. Interesting. I was completely wrong. This is Aristas's layout. The first half of Aristas. Why is it called Snowfall? Hey, good morning, Herm. How you doing, bro? I mean, recoup builds are really good at Simulacrum Juice. I mean, you just gotta get a high effective hit pool. Or good DPS to where everything dies immediately, to where you don't ever have to worry about taking damage. It's definitely possible to get tanky to, like, full AFK and face tank Simulacrum. You're so dead after 8-hour works? That sucks, bro. I have a lot of work I have to do tonight. After stream, I've got a bunch of game dev shit I have to do, and then we have a meeting tonight to discuss the next steps on the patch. So I've got a busy night ahead of me myself. I might do this build, to be honest. It's really fun. Lazy Exile has a guide for it on her YouTube channel. I am playing kind of like my own version of it in hardcore. Go play her build, and you'll have like a much, especially if you're playing Trade League, you'll have a much better time. I'm in a hardcore private league, so I'm like putting it together with like scraps and whatever I have. So I wouldn't follow my exact setup. I would probably just, you know, either look at what people are doing on Poe Ninja or follow Lazy Exile's guide. The Skin of the Loyal does work, but you're probably better off if you want to do the AFK setup with Sacrosanctum. I can't believe how crazy. Cause it's weird. I saw some of the builds on Ninja doing projectile speed stacking, but removing the projectile speed really leveled up this build. It just made it like so much more enjoyable. Ugh. I need the chilling flux, not crackling. Never lucky. Ugh.
Don't let it escape.
So many simulacrum splinters to pick up. It's crazy how smooth this build became today. If I can get it optimized for better damage and better defenses, like this would actually be like a really fun hardcore build. It's not very fast, but I don't think most... I mean, I'm sure some people care about going super fast in hardcore, but I don't mind playing a slower pace build in hardcore. Later, boy. Later, boy. All right, boys. I have a bunch of work I need to do today, so this is a shorter stream than normal, a little under 4 hours. I will be live tomorrow morning. I will be streaming more of this build and pushing it as far as we can go, hopefully. Get some more gear and stuff for it. The Path to Exile podcast is this Thursday. We're down Dead Rabbit. He is on vacation. But we have 2 guests joining us this week. It's going to be Blazeworks TV and Lolcohol. It's going to be a really fun talk with the 2 of them. So if I don't see you guys tomorrow or for the rest of the week, make sure you turn into the podcast because it's going to be a super fun episode this week. Next week's episode, the following week, will be a Gamescom review episode. Dead Rabbit is going to be at Gamescom the second day, both days, but at the end of day 2, he is coming straight home, and we are immediately talking about PoE 2 the day they announce the trailer stuff. So we got a fun couple weeks ahead of us. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to be sending you guys over to Mr. Troy Tresco. Actually, I'm going to send you guys over to Mr. Machi. The way I rated Mr. Machi the other day. I don't think I've rated Troy Tresco before. I'm going to rate Troy Tresco. He's not playing in the hardcore private league, but he's a fun build maker, and it looks like he's back to playing the patch. So I'm going to send you guys over to Mr. Troy Tresco. Enjoy a fun off-meta build maker, and if I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a good rest of your weeks. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.